Trace elements are vital for an animal's growth, health, fertility and productivity. The four main trace elements, cobalt, selenium, iodine and copper, are needed for this to happen. Cobalt is required for the microorganisms in the rumen to create vitamin B12, and B12 will help with the breakdown of the food, the absorption, the assimilation of the nutrients. Selenium is required for muscle development. It's very important for that. It's also boosts the immune system. It is an antioxidant and is also vital for fertility. Iodine fuels the thyroid. It enables the thyroid to metabolize. And copper is really important again for growth, for fertility and health. The most efficient way of ensuring that the animal gets its trace elements is via a bolus. Our SMARTRACE cattle bolus is in several presentations. The first presentation I have here would be for animals of 400 kilos and above. It's one bolus dose only. There is no upper ceiling. You only need the one bolus. It contains all the cobalt, selenium and iodine and copper the animal needs. We also have the second presentation is the growing cattle. These are for animals of 200 to 400 kilos. Again, cobalt, selenium, iodine and copper will dispense the daily requirement for these animals. How do they work? Okay, one bolus presentation again for the growing cattle. The both will be put into the animal via a applicator. The bolus will go into the rumen. The paper will dissolve and then the bolus will come apart into 2 or 3 pieces depending if you want copper also. The bolus comes apart. If you have a copper bolus in it, the bolus will dissolve and the copper oxide rods will populate the rumen. The remaining 2 halves will stay in the rumen and will roll around and will erode against each other all day, every day, dispensing the correct amount of trace elements all the way along the 6 months until eventually the boluses will finish. Let's go bolus some cows. Best practice of the Agrimin SMARTRACE cattle range. Whether you're using the 400 plus kilo SMARTRACE adult cattle bolus or the 200 to 400 kilo growing cattle bolus, they all go in the same applicator. The applicator is a state-of-the-art applicator. It is a veterinary instrument and the bolus will fit inside. Lots of practical features here. Firstly, all stainless steel and it's sterilizable quite easily. Bolus will go in to the applicator and it will be held inside by a retaining spring. That means it doesn't come out. The applicator is not held by the handle, it's held by the shaft, either there or here, to enable you to get the applicator into the cow's mouth. Another thing is very, very important is a good crush system. Less stress on the animal, less stress on the operator. How to bolus? Simple. Minimum of fuss, minimum of stress. Gently, put the hand on the cow's head, move down to the mouth, grab the lip, as so, put the applicator in the mouth, like so, and then gently work the applicator so the nose comes to the handle. Squeeze the bolus out, withdraw the applicator, wait for the cow to swallow, et voila, one bolus cow. She'll be perfectly happy, supplemented for the next 6 months.